Hey, my name is Jeremy Brottem. I hope everyone's doing okay today. Today we're going to talk about your credit report and more specifically what can be found on it. And we'll get right into it. So, what can be found on my credit report? Um, on the on the PowerPoint presentation, you'll be able to click on the hyperlinks below to be able to see samples of what the different credit reports look like. So today we're going to go over a brief introduction about your credit report. We're going to review the different credit bureaus and the information that can be found on your credit report. We'll do a quick summary and then the works cited page. So, as you probably know, your credit score is one of the most important aspects of your financial well-being. The reason is that it determines if you qualify for a loan. And if you do qualify for a loan, it'll also determine what interest rate you pay. If you have a lower credit score, then you're actually going to pay a higher interest rate, which is going to cost you more money out of pocket. A poor credit score could also hinder personal relationships. According to NerdWallet, they did a 2014 study that showed people over the age of 25 were much less likely to date someone who had a poor credit score. The three major credit reporting bureaus are Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. So these three reports, you can pull a free copy once a year from each and compare them. They'll all look slightly different, but they'll all include the same information. So there's four major sections of your credit report. There's personal information, credit history, public records, and inquiries. Let's look into these a little more in depth. So personal information, this is all the information that identifies you from someone else. This includes your name, your social security number, your current and previous address, your date of birth, and your current and last reported employment. So all of this information needs to be verified by you, make sure it's all correct. And especially if you have a very common name like John Smith, it's likely that the credit bureau could accidentally interchange information or there could be some information on here that's not yours. So it's very important to make sure that all your personal information is correct. So the next section is your credit history. Makes up the bulk of the report. This is all your open accounts, paid accounts, late payments, and collections. So your open accounts or anything that you have open right now, any current loans. Any paid accounts are accounts that are closed, that have already, it was a loan that had been paid off. Late payments are any payments that were made late on any open or closed accounts. And collections. So if any of your accounts were put into collections due to non-payment, then that information will be included on this section. Public record is basically, any bankruptcies, any tax liens or judgments that you have against you. This information will give the potential lender a good idea of your history and see if it's a liability to loan to you. Inquiry section is simply a list of everyone that has ran your credit report in the past 2 years. So it just also gives an idea of how many times it was run and who ran it. So in summary, there's many different reasons to maximize your credit score. There's three different reporting bureaus: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Four sections of the credit report are the personal information, credit history, public records, and inquiries. And probably the most important takeaway from this presentation is that if you find any discrepancies, that you should report them to the corresponding credit bureau immediately to avoid any blemishes on your credit report or any other confusion with someone else. My contact information is below, so feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email if you have any questions at all. Here are a few websites that I use to collect some of the information that I have. So get back to to all right. I want to thank everyone for attending this webinar. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call or send me an email. Thank you.